Hi everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Anthony Toma, your host, and today we're here with Jonathan Kello and Michael Yaldoo of Gold Crown Extracts. Thanks for joining us, guys. How's everyone doing today?
Very well.
That's good. Who wants to start by telling us what Gold Crown Extracts is?
Let Jonathan go.
All right, gladly. Gold Crown Extracts. We're a cannabis processing brand. So Gold Crown traces back to late 2015, where we started making BHO products, which is just a fancy word for extracts. We were making mostly shatter, which is a type of concentrate that's kind of see-through. You can manipulate it with your hands. It was a fun product back then. People used to roll them into snakes, put them inside their joints. They used to dab them. But cannabis has come a long way since 2015, I'll tell you that. So we've grown tremendously, starting from the caregiver days into the fully licensed Michigan market. We started in late 2019 there. So it's been a fun route.
Yeah, why don't you guys talk about your roles there?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I'm consider myself the COO.
All right.
I handle most of the operations, if not all of them. Developing new SKUs, building these brands a little bit bigger, and then, of course, handling some contract work, white labeling, infused pre-rolls. Basically, can take a cultivator and turn their brand into as many other SKUs as they're looking to get out there. So.
What about you? What do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily give myself a title, but I'm in charge of sales and marketing. And when I say in charge of, this is really a two-man team on just about every aspect of the business. Mm-hmm. So we're bouncing ideas off each other every day. We spend all day together, and we figure it out.
Right. Talk about the structure of the whole Gold Crown, I guess the facility, the place in the market, and what it kind of is.
Yeah, well,
overall.
Currently, we have a building that's operational in Warren. That's like our main manufacturing/distribution hub. We're in an expansion right now. We have another facility opening up a few miles down the road, and we're going to separate manufacturing from packaging and distribution, so we can really focus in on more of this white label contract work. We have two brands that are running out of the current facility. Gold Crown being our flagship, came back with us from the caregiver days, and we started another brand called Anarchy. Both extract brands with various different types of SKUs, edibles, infused pre-rolls, all flower pre-rolls, and concentrates, of course.
Okay. And so for the white labeling portion of it and the expansion and your new kind of focus, who are we speaking to here? Like, who are we trying to bring into business and do business with?
Yeah, I mean, really just about anybody. I would say that the retailers can find a lot of value in us, especially if they have a grow inside their business plan as well, or if they're growing. Mm-hmm. If they're growing, there's a lot of avenues, because we can convert just about anything they have into pre-rolls, concentrates, edibles. I mean, really the sky's the limit. And then the other side of that would be the growers. Growers generally have a brand that they're trying to expand on, and we can help with bringing more SKUs to that brand. In most cases, even if they're producing products themselves, we have the capabilities to potentially do it faster, cheaper, higher quality. Mm-hmm. In large volume, but now we have the capabilities to make them perfect. And that's a big step forward. Really looking forward to that. I would say our core focus on the new building is pre-rolls. Because we have the extraction capabilities, we can accelerate infused pre-rolls as well. And yeah.
What about people that have grows that want to offload some of their product or their inventory?
Yeah.
What happens there?
Yeah, that's been our business model from the start, is purchasing material from growers. So we don't grow ourselves. We're forced to purchase from growers.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's been our number one since day one. So any growers out there that are looking to offload trim, fresh frozen, cured biomass, you know, we're a great stop for that. Generally, our transactions are cash, which is convenient for a lot of people. We don't ask for terms. We wanted to be the company that's, you know, come to us, we'll make a deal happen. You know, nice, clean transaction, especially in this industry where, you know, it's kind of clouded with shady business
Mm-hmm.
dealings.
Yeah, I guess it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
historically.
How do they get a hold of you guys if they want to make a deal?
Well, hopefully they're all receiving something in the mail from us on a monthly basis.
Okay.
If they're not, then, you know, I make myself available. I put out my own cell phone number, email address. Again, my name is Jonathan Kello. If you want to reach out to me, hit me up. My cell phone number is 248-249-2127. And I'm open to having any conversation.
Instagram, social media, Facebook, you know, we got
Yeah.
pages that are run, people are on them, so we're constantly checking.
Gotcha. So if you can, talk about the Chaldean presence within the cannabis industry in Michigan and maybe across the country, if you want to kind of shed some light on that and where your place is in that whole.
Yeah, it's obvious. I mean, our community is huge in the cannabis game. Kind of have been since the caregiver days. So I think everyone that had good structure back then and, you know, had a decent business plan, you know, tried to build it up, get themselves a license. Same kind of steps we took, and, you know, there's a lot of big players in this game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they're coming from Arizona, Las Vegas. I mean, they got their hands in most markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, with our expansion, you know, get past Michigan and keep moving as well.
Yeah, sure. Something internally we discuss all the time is, you know, if cannabis goes federally legal, we feel like Michigan has such a strong infrastructure that will remain a major hub in the cannabis space. And I think Chaldeans play a huge part in that.
Like the North Carolina Tobacco Road kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're built out here. I think we battle between the first and second largest markets in the country, us in California, which is pretty impressive. California is like 4x our population.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think didn't they get a head start on us here too?
Yeah, but not much. Their recreational head start might have been 1 year.
Oh, really?
But going back to caregiver or black market, gray market days, they had a massive head start.
Right.
So yeah.
What about your product line? You want to kind of get into that and where do we get the product from now? I mean, if somebody wanted to kind of try the product, they could just pop into a dispensary.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we're in about 280 dispensaries at the moment.
280? Wow, nice.
I would say the largest concentration of that is Southeast Michigan, followed by Southwest, and then everything north of Mount Pleasant and beyond. So yeah, spread out across the state. Our product lineup consists of concentrates. That's where we started. So that theme stays consistent with all of our products. For example, our pre-rolls, they're concentrate infused. And our gummies, they're concentrate infused. It's a little bit different than a common product called distillate, which everybody's familiar with from vape carts. This is a full spectrum type of concentrate, where distillate is generally pure THC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so full spectrum, it consists of hundreds of cannabinoids, CBD, CBG, CBN, and it's a totally different experience than smoking a distillate style product.
Talk about the difference between your two lines.
Yeah, sure.
So Gold Crown, the flagship brand, I mean, we're solely focused on collabs. I shouldn't say solely, but since we don't grow ourselves, you know, we're constantly curating product from some of the best growers in Michigan, Peninsula Gardens, Doghouse, you know, two on the display over there. So that's more of the higher end BHO concentrate for us. Anarchy is your budget brand. You know, it's competing with people who are trying to get more bang for their dollars. It's, you know, not always one specific strain. It might be two strains that are similar, collab together, and, you know, just to get that product to the market. Anarchy, you know, is for your budget brand.
So how do you keep consistency with the flavor and taste and all that good stuff with dealing with different growers?
Yeah, a great question. Well, in the concentrates, there's zero consistency.
Okay.
No two products are the same. That's one of the advantages of it, and that's one of the things that keeps customers coming back, is they're going to have a different experience every time they buy a concentrate, especially from us.
Okay.
So, but on the other products, our live resin gummies, for example, they're strain specific, meaning we create large batches of a specific concentrate, and then we create the gummy. So consistency is rather easy there. And same thing with our infused pre-roll. We're sourcing it from the same grower. We're adding all natural terpenes into there. So if we have a strawberry flavored one, it's going to be strawberry flavored every single time.
Gotcha. Let's talk about this thing and branding. What's up with the branding? I know you guys are at a lot of events. You sponsor a lot of events. You put on a fantastic Monday night football gigs. In part, right? You're part of one of the main sponsors of the Lions games and those events are blowout events, and we appreciate the invitation every time. Talk about branding and how you guys came up with the logo and kind of where you're at and how you put it out there when you are branding.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I would say selecting our design and colors really came down to observing a dispensary shelves. You know, and then we also studied the liquor industry quite a bit too. And, you know, when we walked inside of a dispensary, we see a lot of rainbow, a lot of bright colors, and we wanted to go a little bit of a more conservative route.
Okay.
Something that we can build some consistency behind. So there came purple and gold.
Yeah.
And yeah, this brand has stayed pretty consistent as far as looks for the last 8 years now. Something that's changed with us branding wise though, especially over the last year and coming up into the future, is our physical presence to the public eye. You know, our marketing budget has expanded tremendously over the last year, and it continues to grow. You'll start seeing highway billboards. You'll see airplane banners flying, all with the goal of brand recognition. Another thing we observed in the liquor industry is, like, you don't see liquor stores really advertising much, but you see Smirnoff,
Right.
Bacardi, all these major brands pushing their brand and driving consumers to the retailers. Our goal is to follow that same path, as we expect the industry to transition to that same model.
Yeah.
I would say currently, you know, the retail market, it's very competitive, so retailers are competing against each other and trying to establish themselves as the go-to place. Well, we want to become the go-to product inside of that place.
I mean, it speaks luxury. It really does, and it says, you know, smoke like royalty. So I guess that you guys are, you know, on the right track. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, nothing
Good.
crazy. It's
Okay.
funny, Gold Crown came on a random thought. You know, the name, the title back, you know, 2017 or whatever it was. And we never thought anything huge of it, but, you know, it's stuck with us since then. The market wanted it, asked for it when we got licensed. So it's kind of funny where it is now from where it was back in the day.
it's funny, like a lot of things, a name is a name, but then when you put the product and the integrity of your, I guess, brand behind it, then it actually becomes something.
Yeah.
You know, so the Gold Crown could mean anything, but now everyone knows what Gold Crown is. Well, everyone within the within the industry, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see the cannabis industry going in the next, 5-10 years?
It's got to become federally legal. I'm thinking probably going to take the whole 5 years, maybe a little bit more, but it looks like we're on the right path. Taxation is crazy in this industry, so for people to stay alive and keep even small businesses, like craft beer, there's craft cannabis. We want to keep those people alive as well. It's gotta make that move to federalize.
Yeah, I mean, just to feed off of that, I have no idea where it's going.
Right.
I don't think anybody really does, but the driving factor is the legality of it. That's going to be the catalyst that really changes things, and federal legality, not state. So until then, no idea. Even after that, no idea. I don't think anybody does.
Right. It's I guess it could follow the same path as liquor, right?
That's what we'd probably assume.
Yeah, right.
But
That's
who
true.
knows?
So what about employees and shout outs, or anyone that, maybe recruiting individuals to kind of help out with the expansion?
Yeah, I mean, we're expanding our labor force tremendously. We currently employ about 45 people. I would say 30 of them are on the labor front, putting packages together, packaging up our products. Very labor-intensive stuff, to be honest. We're automating that stuff, but we're also expanding. So,
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for machinists, people that are familiar with pneumatic machines. That's definitely one of the bigger growing areas for us to get this place automated. But yeah.
What do you say to people within the industry or people that are not in the industry, with a person like me interviewing you guys that knows almost zero about the industry? What am I not asking you guys that you kind of want to put out there?
Good question. Be careful if you ever try a dab for your first time.
Yeah.
All of our products are focused on, concentrated. That's concentrated THC and other cannabinoids. So, you're talking in the 80+% THC mark. Our gummies are not your normal gummies. They have a full spectrum of cannabinoids in them, not just THC. So if you're somebody that might be a little anxious on gummies, ours are worth a try at least. But yeah, I mean, I don't know much more about.
everybody has a good gummy story.
Yeah.
That's true.
What's the difference between a gummy and a joint and what is this, dabs?
A dab.
Oh, good question. They're all three super different.
Yeah. Okay. So talk about.
Dabs are concentrates. I'm pointing to this one right here.
Yep.
That is a isolated form of the cannabis plant where we took all the good stuff and put it in one package. The good stuff, the terpenes, the THC, all the other cannabinoids that Mike mentioned earlier. Super duper strong. You can take a dose as a grain of rice size, and it's generally smoked. Gummies, they interact with our body, or all edibles actually interact with our body completely differently. They enter our bloodstream completely differently.
But let's go back to this one. What kind of high is that?
Intense.
Fast. It's pretty much immediate acting, but it's intense for like a good 30 to 45 minutes, then kind of tapers off.
What is intense? Like, describe the.
Well, everyone reacts to cannabis a little bit differently, and each strain, could do different things in, theory. So, I mean, but yeah, it's more of, body and head rush.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so then the joints or smoke, or you got into the
Sure.
Gummies.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. The all edibles interact with us. Once again, super uniquely to each individual. But those are generally more body highs than anything else. And biggest differentiator is super long lasting.
Oh, really?
An edible can last 12 hours.
Wow.
Where if you're smoking something, it's not gonna last 12 hours.
Gotcha. So what's the safety concerns with this stuff? Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke and
Don't smoke and drive.
Don't smoke and drive.
I tell everybody, unless you're an experienced user, don't mix alcohol and weed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can either be really good or really bad. Take a dab for your first time. That's for the experience.
How do you
user.
take a dab?
Yeah.
No, how do
probably
you
won't
take
figure out how to take a dab. I mean, there's easier ways nowadays. Back in the day, it used to be a torch with like a glass bong, and they would have a banger on it, and this banger basically was just a glass bowl sitting off the bong. You heated it up until it was red hot.
Yeah.
You could tell, and then you just dropped a little piece of wax in there, and it would vaporize, and you hit it like a bong.
Oh, jeez. It's a process.
Yeah, now they're all electronic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It melts it to the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're not burning your lungs. You'll still cough, but
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who are some of your partners in the industry?
well, a lot. On the retail front, like I said, we're in 280 stores, so quite a bit there. And then on the grower front, because we have to source from growers. There's 30, 40, 50 of them that we're sourcing our material from. Some of them, we highlight in our collaborations with the contracts, or I'm sorry, with the concentrates. Those are Doghouse and Peninsula Gardens. Pure Mars is another one. Grown Rogue, generally like name brand type of grows. So yeah, our partnerships are everywhere.
Gotcha. Do you have any events coming up? Any conventions coming up? I know there was something recently at Harry Barish's.
Yeah, oh yeah, Harry Barish was a great event. Meet Connect Puff.
Meet Connect Puff.
Yeah,
We've
awesome.
never missed one.
What happens there? What transpires at Meet Connect Puff?
Yeah, that's.
And who's there?
I would say all higher ups are there, and it's a networking event.
Okay.
And higher
For
ups
who?
are
For the general population or
No.
industries?
industry specific.
Okay.
He does a good job of bringing retailers to manufacturers and growers. We're able to set up a booth, and then he's bringing in retailers and good amount of people to come through, check on it. You're getting decision makers. He's got a good crowd.
Yeah.
So but these are all people that you already know, but don't necessarily have a direct line to, and then you.
There's both.
I mean, yeah, we've been in this long enough now where we generally know who we're talking to, but it's a great opportunity to rekindle the flame or see what's going on.
Sure.
It's hard to keep touch with thousands of people.
And are there people coming in from out of state looking for investment opportunities? Or
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
That's done.
that phase kind of ended.
Okay.
Maybe slightly. We don't get to see a lot of it.
Okay. And then how do you guys get through the testing process?
Testing is third party, so we have to link up with whatever it may be, 1, 2. Currently, we're using LabLink testing.
Okay.
But yeah, they come into our lab. They'll pick randomized samples from whatever batches we're ready to get done. They take them back. They got about a 2 to 3 day turnaround and come back with THC results, cannabinoid results, pesticides, microbials, foreign matter, moisture, whole panel for the COA. And as long as everything is below the limit, we pride ourselves with trying to be at almost zero on everything, except for, or especially the concentrates, right? There's solvents that are used to create these things. We want to be at near zero, so undetectable, which is usually where we're at.
We were talking about events before, upcoming events. One of the major ones, one of my favorite ones of the year is it's called Power Connections, ran by Derek Dickow.
Okay.
We've been in attendee there now. This will be our 3rd year, and between Harry and Derek, those are must-go-to events for us.
Yeah.
And what happens at the you said Power Connect?
Power Connections, yeah.
Power Connections.
Yeah, Derek's event is more seminar-based.
Okay.
Speed networking.
Yep.
So this took place at the Townsend last year, or is that and it's coming up again this year?
Yeah, I think he's doing it in Novi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suburban collection. Yeah.
Oh, got bigger then, huh? Oh, good for him. And everyone that's actually attends.
Yeah.
Do you know where people go to kind of take part?
So if you're not involved in, or if you're involved in cannabis and you're not on the Facebook group that Harry runs, which is
MI Cannapros.
MI Cannapros, yeah. I mean that's a good source of information for all of these events and also anything else in this industry.
Harry and Derek work together or no? Or
No.
they're just kind of friendly and
Correct.
okay, friendly competition or friendly whatever. Yeah.
I wouldn't even call them competition.
Yeah, not competition. Right?
I think they're great guys.
Oh yeah, I agree. I've known
Two
both.
different events too.
Known both forever. Very good people. Is there anything that we did not cover or any information that you want to give the viewers as far as connecting with you or?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about this stuff all day.
Yeah.
It's a matter of what's available, what's in front of us. Would love to have you come out to the facility.
Yeah, I'd be happy
bring
to.
this show to the facility. Come take a tour.
Why not? We will definitely do that. We actually I have another in business epoxy flooring, and we did your floors.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So we saw it before all the machinery came in and that. So I'll definitely make a trip out there. I actually you said Lab Links.
Yeah, lab link testing.
So I went to Lab Link and did take a tour. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
very impressive facility. It's mind-blowing how much equipment and how clean, and it's a crazy industry. It really is. And the regulations are probably a pain in the ass, but at the end of the day, it makes everybody better. You know, the taxes could shrink a little bit.
Yeah.
but everything else is it's a legit, real industry. You really have to be on your game to have survived the 9 years and prospered in the 9 years that you guys have. And I got to tip my hat to you guys for really taking something from nothing to and navigating through all the crazy changes and being where you are today. Good for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure. Let's close it out.
Sweet.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for educating our audience, and the best of luck and continued success. Gold Crown signing off by Keeping Up with the Chaldeans, folks.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys.